Okay. Now try again. The soldier had a sore shoulder.
The soldier had a sore shoulder.
All right, that's perfect. So probably what, 2 fingers? So what did you guys have to do at school today on a Sunday?
We still do it. Yeah.
But you have to prepare for the school year, like grand opening ceremonies or something for a new school year. Is that what it is?
No, I did it today. I did it.
Today was the ceremony.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So school officially starts next week, tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Ah, okay. So tomorrow morning you go back to school. I got it. I got it. So what time did you get home?
I went to school at 7 a.m. and I came home at 9 a.m.
Oh, that's not bad. Only a couple of hours.
Yes, 2 hours.
All right. And then you played video games?
No.
No. What did you do after that?
I do my homework.
Did some homework, but you didn't start school yet. So how could you have homework?
In my English class, I did it.
Oh, you had homework from your other English classes.
Yes.
All right then. Okay, so you chose the working place, yeah, men and women and all the differences and how difficult it is for some women to get in some occupations and men in others and the differences. Yeah, okay. All right, so you know the deal. We're going to read it. Tell me about it. I'm going to ask you some questions to see how much you understand, and I'm going to score you on pronunciation and use of grammar and vocabulary and, of course, some fluency. So when you're ready, go ahead and read, mister.
Okay. Women's work. Toddler World Nursery was delighted to employ a trainee.
I'm sorry, is there any way we can fix your camera so that we're not just seeing the top of your head while you read all the time? Is there any way we can fix that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, your mom does.
Women's work. Toddler
World Nursery, yeah.
Was delighted to employ a trainee, 22-year-old Jonathan Brown, as their first-time nursery school teacher, first male nursery school teacher. He was also the only man who applied for the job, but insists Marjorie Bowman, head teacher of Toddler World, by far the best applicant. Both boys and girls will benefit from experience of having male role model in the nursery, says mother of two, Marjorie. Jonathan has always been interested in child care. His own mother is a child minder and his father is a teacher. I've always helped mom with looking after the children, he says. I'm used to changing my nappies, feeding babies, reading stories, and playing with Lego. But Jonathan is a rare male in a female world. Only 2% of nursery teachers are men, and this hasn't changed for 10 years. Roger Olsen of the National Nursery Trust said, men are often viewed with anxiety and suspicion in the children's environment, or they're expected to do things where women would do them. But men bring different things into child care, and this had to be recognized. Jonathan agrees. He is qualified under Sevens football coach and plans to introduce football lessons to the nursery for boys and girls. What do Jonathan's friends think of his choice of career? Actually, most of them are pretty cool about it now. he says, though they do make jokes about nappies, and I found that girls are actually quite impressed. So that's good. A man's
Let's read
world.
about men's worlds. Yeah.
10 years ago, there were very few female air traffic controllers. It was seen as a man's world. But now, 25% of air traffic controllers in the UK are women, and the number is increasing. Caroline Beck is one of them. She says, I've always been interested in planes because of my dad. He knew a lot about them. For a while, we lived near Heathrow Airport, and we used to watch all the planes taking off and landing. She was determined to be an air traffic controller. The 12 months of training air crash simulation exercises were taught, says Caroline. But I was well prepared for my career. What I wasn't prepared for was the reaction of some of the men, especially the older ones. The new women controllers are viewed with suspicion, and they had to work twice as hard to be accepted by their male colleagues. Nowadays, things are better, but women are still in a minority. I'm the only woman in my team, but I get on well with my colleagues. There are still plenty of jokes about women. The men say that we can't read maps, which isn't true, but I generally don't mind. My job is highly responsible and stressful, but now I'm good at it.
Yeah. I guess anything, if you practice long enough, you'll eventually get good at it.
Yes.
All right. Colleagues, not colleagues.
Colleagues.
Yeah,
Colleagues,
colleagues.
yes.
The people we work with. That was a big one there. Colleagues. Okay. All right. Not too bad. All right. Can you think of any occupations, jobs, careers in your area or in Vietnam in general, where there are more men than women, or vice versa, more women than men?
In Vindot, yeah,
Sure.
there there is a police. In the police station, there are lots of men, and just one or two women.
Okay, so very male dominated, the police force. Yeah, that happens a lot, I think, in a lot of countries. It's a tough job and it's a dangerous job. A lot of women choose not to take dangerous jobs. So it makes sense. What about occupations where there are far more women than men?
It's the teachers. In my school, there are many female teachers, and just 4 or 5 male.
Is it like that in the language centers too?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember up north when we had the schools, we had a few male teachers, but not many. Most of them were women. That's true too. That's true. There's a lot of jobs like that. Nurses too, a lot more women than men.
Yes.
More and more, little by little. All right. So Jonathan applied for this job at Toddler World. Was Jonathan better than the other men who applied for the job?
There's just him applied for the job, so he can better anyone and can under anyone.
Yeah, but there were women too. Yeah. Yeah, you got to be careful with these questions. And as we get to higher levels, and once you get closer to high school, you're going to see tests like that where they're going to try to trick you. Yeah, because they say he was more qualified than all the applicants. All the applicants were women, and then they kind of trick you in the question and say, oh, was he more qualified than the other men? And it's like, wait a minute, yeah, he was more qualified, but they try to trick you. So you got to really focus on the questions. And when you start doing V-step testing in interest 30s, which is only next year, we do all V-step testing too. So there's a lot of questions like that. Good answer. All right, number 2. Jonathan has lots of experience looking after small children.
Yeah, his mother is a child mother, and his teacher was a teacher.
His teacher was a teacher. Are you sure?
I
His
think
teacher was a teacher.
Was I think was.
His teacher was a teacher.
He was a teacher. Yeah.
Father.
The father.
His father was a teacher. Yeah. His mother was a child minder, and his father was a teacher. So he had lots of experience in a teaching family and lots of kids around. Yeah, that's right. So we know that there are more female nursery teachers than males.
Yes.
The percentage of male nursery school teachers is less now than it was 10 years ago.
It was 2%. It's just 2% males, and it wasn't changed.
Yeah, it hasn't changed in the last 10 years. That's right. People expect that male nursery teachers will behave like women nursery school teachers. Is that what people think, that males should teach the same way as females? What do the people think?
I think it's a false.
Yeah, are you sure?
Yes. They didn't say anything about this.
Oh, yes, they did. I said that most people think that male nursery teachers should act and behave like female nursery teachers.
I think yes.
Most people think that, but not Marjorie and not him, right? What does it say right here? But Jonathan is in a rare male in a female, 2%, Olsen National, anxiety, children, environment expected the way, bring different, okay. They are expected to do different things. They are expected to do things the way women would do them, but men bring a different thing into childcare. So a lot of people think that the male teachers should do the same things and be the same way.
Yes.
But the school and them think that it's good that he's not the same, that he's going to teach kids under 7 football, and he's probably going to act differently and teach different things in school to have more variety for the students, the kids. So no, I mean, yes, people do think.
Yes, they do.
Yes,
I agree with you. Nothing.
That's I read nothing?
No, I said I agree with you.
Oh, you agree with me, right? But when I asked you the question, do people think male teachers should be the same as female teachers? You said you didn't agree. But people do think, most people think that the male should be the same as the female.
Yeah.
Okay. Trick question again.
Yeah, neither.
All right, let's focus on the questions here. John's female friends admire him for his choice of career.
Yes, they are impressed.
Yeah, they are. They do admire him. They think that's cool, and they're impressed. That's right. So it's good for him.
Yes, that's good.
He'll find a girlfriend. All right. So what else do we got here? So now we're going to talk about Caroline. The number of women air traffic controllers has risen over the past 10 years.
Yeah. In the past, it was a little bit as the female air traffic controllers, but now it's 25% are the females in the UK.
So it has gone up. More female air traffic controllers today. Good. Both Caroline and her father are interested in planes.
Yes, it's true. She said his father know lots of about planes, and his she loved this work because of her dad.
Yeah, dad got her very interested. They used to hang out somewhere and watch planes. Where did they used to watch planes landing?
They lived in near the Heathrow Airport.
Heathrow Airport. Do you know, just by any chance, do you know where Heathrow Airport is?
No, I don't know.
That's the famous international airport in London, I think. I'm pretty sure it's in London. London, England. All right. Caroline wasn't surprised that the male air traffic controllers viewed her with suspicion. Wasn't surprised.
I think she was surprised because she said she wasn't prepared for the reaction of some men.
Yeah, some of the older men, especially. Yeah, she was well prepared for her career, but what she wasn't prepared for was some of the reactions. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. So, is it true that quite a few women air traffic controllers can't read a map?
It isn't true, but some men think it.
Yeah, some men think they can't read the map. Now, men and women do things differently sometimes. Often the same results, but we do it different ways. We are different, not just physically or biologically, but in our characteristics as well. Yeah, that's for sure. Okay. So what do you think? If you had to be a teacher or an air traffic controller, what would you be and why?
What can you say?
If you had to be, the only two places you could get work is to be a nursery teacher or an air traffic controller. What would you choose?
I will choose the air traffic controller because I can always change the nappies and always be with the children. I don't like children very much.
Yeah, same here. I like kids, but toddlers are a bit too young for me to be working with all day long. That would be a bit much. Adam said that he would never be an air traffic controller, and he said he wouldn't do it because there's too many buttons.
I think he is scared the button.
Just scared that he'd crash a plane or something. So, if you could do any job, what would be your dream job in the future? Any job you could have. You could be anything you want. I mean, we can't be anything we want. I could never be an NBA basketball player. I'm not tall enough. But many things that we can do. So what would you do? Your dream job?
If in a dream, I will be a CEO.
A CEO?
Yes.
So it's chief, CEO, chief.
Chief officer. No, chief what and officer. Officer is the last.
Officer, yeah, is the last one. I'm forgetting what the E is now.
Yes.
CEO, chief. It's not engineer. Chief. Oh, what is it?
Chief. What was chief?
Chief executive officer, I think. Executive, I think.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah, but so I mean, there's lots of CEOs. There's a lot of different companies. You'd want to be a CEO of what? Which field?
So I think computer and phone like Apples. Yes.
Okay. So you want to get into like telecommunications and software applications. That's a good choice. You know, I told a lot of the students the other day that, you know, one of the smartest things I can recommend for young kids today and young adults is, of course, international language, English. Communication is huge. It can make the difference of you getting this job or not getting it. So many different, making deals, making friends. And the other thing that I recommend really high is that you, even if you're not going to be a computer programmer or a coder or anything like that, still learn as many computer skills as you can, because if you're smart now and you're good with computers in the future, you're going to be very, very smart. And of course, computers and technology is not going away. So it's something that I wish I had have continued studying when I was younger, but I didn't see the future. So now I'm suffering a bit with all the new software and everything.
Yeah.
So always learn about computers is very important. And it's easier to learn when you're young. All right. So if you couldn't be a CEO and you couldn't be a programmer, what would be your second choice?
The second choice?
Mm-hmm.
I think I will programmer.
No, you cannot work with computers.
No, I think engineer.
You'd become an engineer. Okay, that's a good choice too. We always need engineers.
Yes.
All right, buddy, you did very well. That's it. We're done, and we will. Ours is. We're going to interest 27. That hasn't changed. Some classes have changed because of the new school year, but interest 27 is still Friday nights at 7:15 p.m.
Yes.
Stays the same. So I'll see you on Friday then, Matt. Good job.
Yes.
Have a good Sunday.
See you again.
Yes, see you soon. Bye-bye.